Hello, I'm Matt Gutt from thehouses.com, and I'm here with Jayson Henderson from Burton Snowboards. Jayson, welcome back, sir.
Oh, thanks. Been a while.
It's been a while. It's been a while. Jayson is back walking us through the 2019 line, and we decided to pull the liners out of kind of like all the boots, not all the boots, but a couple of the boots, 6 boots, and we're going to walk through each of the liners. There's the 1, the 1 Plus, the 2, the 3, the 3X, and then the Life liner.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of different options that kind of range from price point to like high performance. They're all custom heat moldable, and they either have 1 of 2 footbeds.
Yep.
What can people come to expect from Burton's liners for 2019?
Well, kind of like you said, they are all heat moldable.
It's a great thing.
Custom fit. They will mold with your body heat.
Mm-hmm.
Which is what I prefer. Just let my body break them in. That's just me personally. But
right.
You can go to the shop and they can put them on the molder and heat them up. It'll help take a lot of the break-in process out of it. Because you want your boots to fit nice and tight. Especially after they break in.
Right.
So you want them. You don't want to buy them to fit like your shoes, and then all of a sudden they break in, and then you got boots that are too big, and so you kind of want to let it. Maybe a quarter to a half size of break-in is typically what we see.
Running small.
Yeah.
Right.
So buy them tight.
Yep.
So, personally, I'm about a 10.5 in most of my running shoes, and
okay.
I wear a 10 in boots.
Mm-hmm.
So those are usually kind of how I've been sizing them for me. But everybody's different. But that's just a general guideline.
That's right.
So.
And another cool thing with the liners from Burton is you guys do a 1-to-1 last. So for every half size, you have a half size shell, tongue, and outsole. Is that right?
Yep. So when you're getting a 9.5, let's say in our boots, you're getting a 9.5. Everything. Like it's not just a 9.5 liner jammed into a size 10 shell. You know, so it's expensive on the production side of things because factory tooling and all that. But it's something that makes the boots shorter overall. It makes them last longer because there's just there's not extra room for that that liner to pack out. So so it's just it's better. It makes a better boot. So we do it.
Got it. So you're kind of started on the left side. We have the Imprint 1 that's found in the Invader.
Yep. So this is just even in our introductory boot, Invader. So. Killer boot for the price. Even just the liner, like we've got a lot going on in just this liner that you don't see in a lot of other boots.
That's right.
So again, heat moldable. It's got the webbing here, so when you're cranking down on the laces, this webbing just really pulls your heel back into the into the boot. So better heel hold, which better heel hold's always better because you're not heel's not lifting up. You're not cranking your straps down to kind of substitute for that. Right. We put these extra panelings in here. We call them power panels, but what that does is it just it actually adds longevity to the boot. It also just keeps the shape of the heel. There's internal JBars in the liner that that grab your heel, that sort of thing.
Right.
And also even give you pretty decent footbed. So something with some really good arch support. Also nice heel cradle in there. Just your foot sits in there nice, and it allows your foot to just kind of naturally sit in there, even when it's under pressure from the straps. Your bones aren't distorting and anything like that causes cramping.
Got it. Now, is that footbed found in the Imprint 1, Imprint 1 Plus, and the Imprint 2?
Yep, this one does go up all the way through the 2.
Okay, cool. So then next up we have the Imprint Plus, which is found in the Moto.
Yep, so just stepping up real similar to what you see from the Invader, but just added a little bit more EVA material towards the top. Yep. Just letting that kind of conform to different shapes, calves, things like that. And then adding a little bit more kind of, softer teddy bear fur on the top. So just a little bit more of a plush feel.
Yeah, it's a nice looking liner too. And like the Imprint 1 and the Imprint 1 Plus are the only 2 liners within the line that have an integrated liner lacing system. Yep. The rest of them have that internal style harness attached on the interior section of the shell. Yeah,
so like when we're, what we're looking at here is like, okay, well, how come the Imprint 2 has less on it? But it's like, well, if you actually look at how it's integrated into the boot, it's actually a step up. So laces are not in the liner anymore. Correct. It's into the shell of the boot. So it gives you better fusion between the liner and the shell. It just gives you better heel hold overall. So, that's really what the main difference is. The laces go into the liner.
Got it. Okay. And then we kind of step up into kind of like a real performance. Like this is where the stuff really starts to, you can tell a lot within the performance.
Yeah.
Imprint 3?
So, yep, go to Imprint 3. This is, you know, if you've been riding for a long time, you know, if you're, you know, and you're looking for a really good boot, you know, I'd recommend kind of starting out, you know, anything with Imprint 3.
Right.
Still, again, heat moldable, just like the rest of them. But you get a lot better moisture wicking material on the inside. You've got our dry ride heat cycle in the heel area. And around the toe box, what that does is it regulates the temperature. It kind of, you know, pulls heat from your foot, and then as your temperature of your foot drops, it kind of gives it back. It just kind of keeps it in that sweet spot.
Right.
And also you step up to, you know, a better footbed too. So it's got the little stiffer arch supports and, you know, heel areas too, where that again just kind of keeps your foot cradled in that natural position, so it's not getting, you know, pushed flat and from the straps and things like that. So
right, you know, like one thing I've always loved about Burton boots is the ability that they have to keep your heel locked in with the internal JBars, and then you can also add external JBars too, or to the outside, or the interior section of the shell.
Yeah, so that's what you get when you go up to Imprint 3. So once you start looking at the boots that have the Imprint 3, they've got a little bit more intricate cuff than the Imprint 2 liners.
Right.
And within that cuff, there's little Velcro zones that you can Velcro extra J-bars. So what that does is this little thing that looks like a J that sits right around your Achilles tendon. So, you know, our internal ones are always, you know, have been pretty good. I've personally never had to add anything else, but everybody's different. You get a really narrow ankle, that boot breaks in, starting to get some heel lift. You know, you can add those J-bars in there.
Yep, that's right.
So.
And you know, speaking of kind of like how it feels and, you know, fits around your foot, one thing that I also love about Burton's toe boxes, they seem to have just a little bit more wiggle room for your toes.
Yep, we call it total comfort construction. That's something that we've you know, just kind of figured out over the years, is that, you know, it's also integrated into the shell, but we slide the laces back past that kind of metatarsal region in your foot.
Right.
So it allows your foot to, you know, the kind of knuckles or whatever of your feet to sit flat instead of, you know, pinching and waiting for that thing to break in. So we just figured slide the laces back and allow, you know, just widen the toe box just slightly. And,
that's right.
You know, let the toes be happy.
That's right. You get better circulation. That's what that's definitely what I found.
Warmer. Yeah.
Right. And then moving into a liner only found in the Driver X. Is that right?
Yeah, pretty unique liner here. So basically all the guts of an Imprint 3 liner, but you can actually see that it's a little bit taller, and also the external. The external power panels actually go a little bit taller too. So again, what that does is it provides, you know, some more lateral support that way. So a little stiffer. So. Yep,
it's nice looking. And then is it a little bit different on, what is this called again?
Dry ride heat cycle.
Dry ride heat cycle. And that regulates the temperature inside your boot or liner.
Yep.
Right. It's a good looking one. Again, quite a bit more supportive than what you find in the regular Imprint 3, the Imprint 3X in that Driver X boot. And then lastly, this is a wild one. This is the Lifeliner.
Yeah, so you go to
Heat
Lifeliner.
moldable still.
Yeah. So so this is kind of our top end now. So you go to this. What we've done with the Lifeliner is we use the highest quality heat moldable EVA available. So what that does is it you can remold it multiple times. It lasts longer. It keeps its you know, form a lot better. Right. But it also we were able to perforate it too, so it's really breathable. You get that swampy foot. You want to get rid of that moisture as much as possible. Right. So. But if you remember from our Infinite Ride liners, it was that kind of open cell foam. Right. We are actually putting that in the tongue. Okay. So you have that material on the inside. So when it's on the tongue, it still adds that rebound. Right. You know, as a lot of snap to the.
It's not really going to break in and break down too. Is that right?
Yeah, it just breaks in but doesn't break down.
Okay.
So, but you know, so you know, day 120, it's still going to do this.
And not just mush over and stay over there.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, sad elephant.
Right. But this is like a really good line of liners. You know, a lot of people they tend to really look at the exterior aesthetics of, oh man, that boot looks cool, it has a cool colorway. Yeah. It's like you really got to look to see what's on the inside, because a lot of that counts. This is where a lot of the comfort comes down to.
The liner is the lifeblood of your boot. Pull it out and see what's going on. I mean, there's a lot of little things that do add up to make them fit better and make them work better. You know, everything from the thing that you're standing on, you know, the footbed, that's very important as far as how your body is balanced overall. You know, and then you get into the liners, how well it holds your heel, and
Right.
There's a lot of little things that kind of add up to, making a one boot fit way better than another and last longer and
Right.
things like that. So
Right. Well, that's cool, man. Thank you for walking us through all the different liners from Burton Jayson.
yeah, thanks for having me.
You're welcome. Thank you guys for watching. Again, kind of starting on one end and working the way the other. We have the Imprint 1, Imprint 1 Plus, Imprint 2, Imprint 3, Imprint 3X, and the Lifeliner, all from Burton. So when you're looking at the Burton boots, make sure to look into the specs section to figure out which boots have which liners, and make sure they match up with what you like in your ability and in the terrain choice and the kind of performance that you want to. So thanks so much for being here, sitting through, watching it. And remember to leave a comment or a question. Let us know what you think of these Burton liners here. Subscribe to the channel there. Check out more vids there. And hopefully we'll see you guys on snow. Peace.